Okay.
We have a dilemma. My morning beverage is frozen solid. It's 16 degrees. We just got here to the Pahvant in Utah for my late season limited entry elk tag. We had kind of a rough night. I didn't actually get off work in Colorado till about 4:30. Had to get gas, hauled butt, forgot the Mr. Buddy heater, left it in the garage. Got all the way up here, and between the house and here, something happened to the trailer. The propane heater that's built into the pop-up is not working. So we ran the generator all night with the electric blanket out of my work truck, and we stayed warm. I wouldn't say that I ever got cold, but getting out this morning to get dressed was a bit nipply. We're just warming the truck up now. Decided to leave the Razor back, mainly because there's a sheet of ice over the whole windshield of it. And it's cold. So we're going to take the truck up to a spot that I found on Onyx. Looks like we should be able to just drive up there and glass pretty good chunk of country. I did not scout this area. This is I only e-scouted this area. Most of the scouting I did was in the central and northern part of the unit. I didn't really see what I was wanting up there. I'm hoping this cold weather that they've had, a little bit of a dusting of snow, not much, but I'm hoping it's pushed the elk down, ruts over. The bulls should be in their sanctuaries. They should be in a thicker cover by themselves, or one or two groups of one or two, just trying to recover from the rut. So I'm hoping that I can get these canyons, these fingers coming down, and find them this morning. And we're just kind of letting the sun come up because I'm not real familiar with the area, so I don't want to be driving in completely in the dark like we usually would. We'd usually drive in the dark and hike in the dark. But since I'm new to this little area here, excuse me, I don't want to go in blind. So we're gonna let the sun actually come up. It should be up here in about 20-30 minutes, and we'll start making our way. We gotta cross a little bit of private land. There's a county road, goes through some private land, and then once we get out the other side, it'll be all forest land from there on. So we will keep you updated. We're looking forward to the hunt. Hopefully we can find some big bulls. come into a new area, you don't really know what to expect. Check everything on maps, you know. You scout everything. But then you get up here, you hike 2 miles, and you run into a road that's not on the map. It has fresh ATV tracks on it. Kind of a little bit disheartening. You hiked all this way and somebody just drives up there. But it looks really good in here. Should be some elk somewhere. So we just got back to the truck. Did about a 2.5 mile loop. Didn't see anything. A lot of cows. I think the cowboys. There was horse tracks everywhere, and I think the cowboys had just moved through. But we did see a rutting buck and a bunch of does rutting. That was fun to see. But we're just gonna get in the truck and we're gonna keep moving. Well, little update. Got back to the truck. We've covered about 9.5, 10 miles of country, and you could see out a really long ways, and we haven't seen an elk one. That happens. But what I don't like is I haven't seen, there's a lot of snow on the ground, and I haven't seen a single elk track. And that leads me to believe that we're in the wrong area. I'm hopeful. I'm still looking, obviously, but glassed a lot of country today. Seen a lot of mule deer and a lot of moo cows. And I think what we really need to do is we need to go up higher. I don't think the snow's pushed the elk down yet. Kind of weird because at the elevation we're at now is about the elevation the elk are at home in Colorado. I think the difference is our elk come from 13,000 feet down to 9,000 feet. Here, you know, they don't really have that much more elevation to gain. I think the highest peaks in the area are 10,000 feet. And I think they're just right at that 95, 9,600. Whereas, you know, back home, they're down around that 75 to 8,000. I think we just got to go up a little higher. So we're going to go back to camp, grab a couple things we forgot. We're going to run into town, fuel up the truck, and we're going to go around the entire unit, and we're going to go up and see if we can gain some elevation and see what tonight brings. So we'll keep you updated and bring you along with us. Grab my stuff and get over this edge. I just looked over. I seen at least 6 or 7 cows on the hillside feeding. So I want to go ahead and get my gun, get everything ready, set up just in case a bull comes out. Alright, so update. It's got about a dozen elk bedded over here in these quakies, about 600 yards. There's a spike bull in the open. I just found a 6x6 bedded in the snow. He's a rag 6. There's another bull. I caught a glimpse of him down low, and I haven't gotten to see him. I think he's a rag 5 or rag 6. He's for sure not a shooter, but we can see a lot of